Today's topic is Fortnite Season 3 Weapons Guide. Watch the full video to know everything, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. With most of the map swamped underwater, Fortnite Season 3 is definitely something different. A big development though is the changes to the weapons. The Fortnite Season 3 weapons are way more diverse than the loot pool has been in Chapter 2. Given that seasons seem to be running for 6 months these days, we've likely got this batch of weapons to deal with for some time. Not all of the Fortnite Season 3 weapons are as good as the others. If you want to do better in Fortnite, you've got to figure out which are the best Fortnite Season 3 weapons. There have been a few new additions to the roster of weapons this time around. Each of them brings something new and unique to the game. This has helped to make the Season 3 loot pool one of the most interesting in recent seasons, if a bit cramped. This guide covers everything you need to know about Fortnite Season 3 weapons. This includes which are the best weapons, their stats, and how to get your hands on the mythic weapons. Each new season of Fortnite brings brand new weapons to the game. However, it usually brings back some old favorites too. This what has been unvaulted in Fortnite Season 3. Hunting Rifle, P90, Bolt Action Sniper Rifle, Chug Splash Consumable. While the unvaulted hunting rifle is definitely something that has players excited, what about what is new? The new Fortnite Season 3 weapons are some of the most ambitious additions yet. These are all of the new weapons in Fortnite Season 3. Charge Shotgun, Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle, Ocean's Bottomless Chug Jug, Kit's Shockwave Launcher, Kit's Charge Shotgun, Jules Drum Gun, Jules Grappler, Firefly Jar, Flare Gun. Those are all of the new weapons so far. As you can probably tell, the mythic weapons are still a bit part of the game. However, the addition of weapons that set builds on fire is definitely interesting too. We cover each of these in our guide to the Fortnite Season 3 weapons later in this video. In Fortnite Season 3, you get the mythic weapons by killing the boss NPC that they match. Each boss is located in a different spot. You have to infiltrate this area and take them down. Then, they drop their mythic weapons and in some cases a vault key. This is how you get each Fortnite mythic weapon in Season 3. Kit's Shockwave Launcher. You can get this by killing Kit in the caddy corner. Kit's Charge Shotgun. This is a high-tier version of the new Charge Shotgun. Ocean's Bottomless Chug Jug. This is from Ocean. It is a chug jug that is usable on a cooldown timer. Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle. This is also available from Ocean. Jules Drum Gun. You can get this form Jules in the agency, it is functionally the same as the one from Midas last season. Jules Glider Gun. Also available from Jules. Those are all of the mythic weapons in Fortnite Season 3, but where can you find them? This is their locations and a map for each of the bosses. Kit is located in Caddy Corner. This is a marked point just southeast of Lazy Lake, in the same spot as last season's Box Factory. Ocean is at the Flotilla. This is the haphazardly held together structure in the southwest corner of the map. Jules is in the Authority. Like with Kit, she replaces a Season 2 boss. You'll find Jules in the same spots as you would have found Midas. That's where you can find each of the mythic weapons in Fortnite Season 3. Of course, you have to be the first one there to grab it. There is another strategy for getting a mythic weapon. This one is a lot simpler. Basically, the endgame typically still has all of the mythic weapons in play, given how overpowered they are, so if you haven't got one, chances are one of the last 10 kills is going to drop one. The Fortnite Season 3 weapons are a bit more of an exciting bunch than we've seen in the first few seasons of Chapter 2. The balance isn't perfect, but there is more variety. These are all of the Fortnite Season 3 weapons and their stats. This can help you figure out which will make a great loadout and which to skip. Assault rifles come in a few different varieties. An assault rifle is best used at medium range, but they have applications in close or long combat when you don't have other options. These are their stats. Gray. 165 DPS, 5.5 fire rate, 30 magazine size, and reload time of 2.5 seconds. Green. 170.5 DPS, 31 damage, 5.5 fire rate, 30 magazine size, and reload time of 2.4 seconds. Blue. 181.5 DPS, 33 damage, 5.5 fire rate, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2.3. Purple. 192.5 DPS, damage of 25, fire rate 5.5, 30 magazine size, and 2.2 reload time. Orange. 198 DPS, damage of 36, fire rate 5.5, 30 magazine size, and 2.1 reload time. A standard assault rifle is fast and fires pretty solidly. This is the best choice for most players in the medium range. However, you can get better damage from other weapons. This will require a much steadier hand and better aim though, so an assault rifle is the best choice for most players out of the Fortnite Season 3 weapons. Burst Assault Rifle. Gray. This one has a DPS of 122.45, 31 damage, a fire rate of 3.95, 20 magazine size, and a reload time of 2.9. Green. The Green Burst has a DPS of 126.4, 32 damage, a fire rate of 3.95, 20 magazine size, and a reload time of 2.7. Blue. This one has a DPS of 134.3, damage of 34, a fire rate of 3.95, a magazine size of 20, and a reload time of 2.6. Purple. The Purple Burst has 142.2 DPS, 36 damage, 3.95 fire rate, a magazine size of 20, and a reload time of 2.5. Orange. This one has a DPS of 146.15, damage of 37, fire rate of 2.95, 20 magazine size, and a reload time of 2.3. The Burst is a pretty solid choice if you can cope with the burst firing rather than a constant stream. If you have a bad aim, this isn't going to go well. However, if you're proficient at aiming you can get a bit more damage done with a burst rather than a regular Arkansas. This is one of the more niche Fortnite Season 3 weapons, but it can be helpful for some. For most people, the regular assault is a better choice. Shotguns. The major addition to the Fortnite Season 3 weapons roster is a new shotgun. It replaces an old favorite and has had a weird reception from the community. The charge can be effective but tricky to use. The tactical shotgun is still in the game though. So how do they compare in terms of stats? Tactical shotgun. Gray. The Gray Tactical has a DPS of 102, 68 damage, 1.5 fire rate, 8 magazine size, and a reload time of 6.5. Green. This one has a DPS of 106.5, damage of 71, fire rate of 1.5, magazine size of 8, and a reload time of 6.4. Blue. This one has a DPS of 112.5, damage of 75, fire rate of 1.5, magazine size of 8, and a reload time of 6.1. Purple. The Purple Tactical Shotgun has a DPS of 118.5, damage of 79, fire rate of 1.5, magazine size of 8, and a reload time of 5.9. Orange. This one has a DPS of 124.5, damage of 83, fire rate of 1.5, magazine size of 8, and a reload time of 5.8. The tactical shotgun is still a great functioning weapon in Fortnite. However, it no longer gives you the chance of a one-shot kill. Even with a headshot, you're going to need another shot. This is a real mark against it. The charge has better potential. However, the charge takes a bit more skill to use. If you just can't seem to master the charge, then you should stick with the tactical as your shotgun of choice out of the Fortnite Season 3 weapons. Charge Shotgun. Gray. The Gray Charge Shotgun has a DPS of 68-80 damage, 0.85 fire rate, and a magazine size of 3. It takes 4.8 seconds to reload. Green. This one has a DPS of 72.25, 85 damage, fire rate of 0.85, magazine size of 3, and a reload time of 4.6. Blue. This one has a DPS of 75.65, damage of 89, fire rate of 0.85, magazine size of 3, and a reload time of 4.4. Purple. The Purple Charge Shotgun has a DPS 79.05, damage of 93, fire rate of 0.85, magazine size of 4, and a reload time of 4.18. Orange. This one has a DPS of 83.3, damage of 98, fire rate of 0.85, magazine size of 4, and a reload time of 3.96. The charge has a much greater capacity to do damage. However, it is trickier to use. To get that one-shot kill you've got to charge up the shotgun. This is the best shotgun in the game at the moment. You've got to master the charging and timing though. It takes longer to fire off 2 shots than previous shotguns. This is one of the best Fortnite Season 3 weapons, but you've got to spend some time to master it. SMGs. SMGs aren't as vital to your loadout as a shotgun or an Arkansas. With SMGs though, some players can do impressive things with them. An SMG can be effective at close range, especially the better models. These are the stats for these Fortnite Season 3 weapons. Submachine gun. Gray. This one has a DPS of 160, damage of 16, fire rate of 10, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2.5. Green. The green sub has a DPS of 170, damage of 17, fire rate of 10, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2.4. Blue. This one has a DPS of 180, damage of 18, fire rate of 10, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2.3. Purple. The purple sub has a DPS of 190, damage of 19, fire rate of 10, magazine size of 35, reload time of 2.2. Orange. This one has a DPS of 200, damage of 20, fire rate of 10, magazine size of 35, and a reload time of 2.1. The SMG is fast firing and hits fairly hard. This is a decent alternative to a shotgun if you can get the hang of it. Subs aren't as often used in close combat, so if you master it then you can do great with it. Rapid Fire SMG. Gray. This SMG has a DPS of 195, damage of 13, fire rate of 15, magazine size of 20, and a reload time of 1.7. Green. This one has a DPS of 210, damage of 14, fire rate of 15, magazine size of 20, and a reload time of 1.6. Blue. This SMG has a DPS of 225, damage of 15, fire rate of 15, magazine size of 20, and a reload time of 1.5. Purple. This one has a DPS of 240, damage of 16, fire rate of 15, magazine size of 26, and a reload time of 1.4. Orange. This one has a DPS of 255, damage of 17, fire rate of 15, magazine size of 26, and a reload time of 1.3. The Rapid Fire SMG is a great one to go for if you're looking for an SMG. You'll need to master aiming it properly, but once you do you can get a kill with a few bursts at another player's head. This SMG is often ignored, but it can be one of the most powerful weapons in Fortnite once you practice it. Suppressed SMG. Green. The green sub has a DPS of 163.8, damage of 21, fire rate of 7.8, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2.1. Blue. This SMG has a DPS of 171.6, damage of 22, fire rate of 7.8, magazine size of 30, and a reload time of 2. The suppressed isn't the best choice for an SMG since it isn't available in higher rarities. However, the blue SMG is a solid choice while you're looting or if you can't find anything better. Pistol. There is only one pistol and it has very few uses. You use a pistol when you first land to get some damage done, it isn't useful for the rest of the game. These are the stats for the pistols. Gray. DPS of 162, damage of 24, fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a reload time of 1.5. Green. This pistol has a DPS of 168.75, damage of 25, fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a reload time of 1.5. Blue. This one has a DPS of 175.5, damage of 26, fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a reload time of 1.4. Purple. This pistol has a DPS of 189, damage of 28, fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a reload time of 1.3. Orange. This one has a DPS of 195.75, damage of 29, fire rate of 6.75, magazine size of 16, and a reload time of 1.3. Rifles, sniper rifles, and similar weapons have seen a decent expansion with the latest season. The Fortnite Season 3 weapons go beyond just one sniper rifle model. Those skilled at a longer distance now have a lot more options. This is what you need to know about them. Bolt Action Sniper Rifle. Blue. 65 DPS, 105 damage, fire rate of 0.33, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 3. Purple. This one has a DPS of 36.3, damage of 110, fire rate of 0.33, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 2.5. Orange. The Orange bolt-action sniper of 38.28, damage of 116, fire rate of 0.33, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 2.3. The bolt-action is still the best choice for really long-range firefights. You'll need to be good at sniping, but if you are, then the bolt-action sniper should be sought out whenever you can get it. This is more of an add-on to your overall loadout to be used when you have the opportunity. Hunting rifle. Green. The green has a PDS of 68.8, damage of 6, fire rate of 0.8, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 1.9. Blue. This hunting rifle has a DPS of 72.8, damage of 91, fire rate of 0.8, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 1.8. Purple. The purple hunting rifle has a DPS of 76.8, damage of 96, fire rate of 0.8, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 1.6. Orange. This has a DPS of 80, damage of 100, fire rate of 0.8, magazine size of 1, reload time of 1.5. The rocket launcher is pretty vital to taking down builds. In previous seasons, it was pretty much essential. However, there are alternatives this season. The rocket launcher is still really great for pushing in the late game. It carries more shots than the alternatives too. The rocket launcher is definitely worth grabbing if you find one. Rocket launcher. Purple. This has a DPS of 86.25, damage of 115, fire rate of 0.75, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 3.1. Orange. This rocket launcher has a DPS of 97.5, damage of 130, fire rate of 0.75, magazine size of 1, and a reload time of 2.5. Flare gun. The flare gun is fairly unique. It comes with only 6 shots and is then disposed of. When a flare hits a structure, it starts a fire. This works with most notably with builds and houses, but a lot of different stuff can catch on fire. You can use this similar to a rocket launcher to force players out of builds and buildings. However, it works differently. Fire does damage per tick. While it will destroy buildings and builds, it does damage to the player over time. This will force them out of their build and onto safe land. This is a really useful tool. Most players have adapted to the rocket launcher. However, the flare gun and its fire still invoke a bit of fear. This is a great inclusion to your loadout to help you out in the late game. This is one of the most unique additions to the Fortnite Season 3 weapons. The Fortnite Season 3 weapons are a lot more interesting than recent spreads of items in the game. When building a loadout, there are a few key things to look for. This is what to prioritize while looting. Short-range weapon. Your choice here is between a shotgun and an SMG. The shotgun is the more conventional choice, but a decent SMG can work well too. Mid-range weapon. A mid-range weapon is usually an assault rifle. You can substitute in a burst assault rifle if you do well with that weapon. However, for most players, a standard Arkansas is a must-have. Long-range weapon. A sniper or hunting rifle is the perfect choice for your third choice. These take a bit more skill to get to grips with and use. However, it is worth devoting time to this. Explosive or fire. The last choice is for something to get people out of builds. These can be grenades, flare guns, or rocket launchers. The flare gun is a great choice at the moment with how fire works. This is a solid loadout if you can find everything that you need in a game. This is more difficult than previously since the loot pool is a lot more crowded. Our other guides to Fortnite can also help you out in Season 3. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe for more guides. Until next time, see you soon.